160,000 children stay home from school each day in fear of being bullied, according to Miriam Creenan-Socure, a freelance writer and editor who is based in New York. This is heartbreaking because children should not be afraid to go to school. What if it was happening to your child or grandchild, or to your niece or nephew, or to a younger cousin? We should all be able to come together to prevent bullying so that those children can feel safe and important. First, I have some possible warning signs to look for if you suspect that a child is being bullied. I got these warning signs from an article called Stop Bullying Now from the Health Resources and Services Administration, and they are torn or damaged or missing clothing or other belongings, unexpected bruises, cuts, or scratches, not wanting to go to school or ride the bus or take part in other school activities, loses interest in schoolwork, or suddenly starts doing bad in school, if they're sad, moody, teary, or depressed after coming home, anxious, or suffers from low self-esteem, if they have trouble sleeping or frequent bad dreams, or has a loss of appetite. Next, I want to tell you about bullying and when it usually begins and just some general information about it. I got this research from an article written by Rachel Pomerantz-Burrell, and it's called How to Spot and Stop Bullying, and it was published by the U.S. News and World Report. According to Robin Young, a program manager for the National Crime Prevention Council, bullying incidences usually peak in middle school. During that time, kids are beginning to develop and become more aware of their differences. Students want to take care of issues among themselves, unlike in elementary school, where the teachers usually resolve the issues between the kids. Usually, bullies have been bullied by someone else. So talk to your kids or younger relatives and ask questions. Be an example and look for changes in their behavior or their belongings and treat their problem. And moving on to usually who is bullied and why they were bullied. And this information I found from an article called Adolescence Perception of Bullying. Who is the bully? Who is the victim? What can be done to stop bullying? By Anne Friesen, Anna Corin, and Camilla Person. Several researchers have found that boys are more often bullied than girls, both as victims, and several researchers have found that boys are often more involved in bullying than girls, both as bullies and victims. Bullying has been widely investigated, but adults are only aware of a small amount of the behavior in schools. Appearance, behavior, and social background are things that people are bullied over. Victims should stand up for themselves and let someone know what happened immediately, because bullying is not okay in any form. And finally, I have some ideas on how to stop bullying. I found this information from an article called Putting a Stop to Bullying, and it is by Miriam Creenan-Socure, who I also mentioned earlier. Peter Yarrow of the folk group Peter, Paul, and Mary started a nonprofit organization called Operation Respect, and it helps schools and youth organizations teach empathy among children. The program is in 22,000 schools in all 50 states and is expanding to Israel, Hong Kong, and other countries. They want parents to be proactive and make sure their children are in classrooms that create a caring environment. According to StopOutBullying.org, the first Monday of October is Blue Shirt Day to help bring out awareness to bully prevention. And Stop Out Bullying focuses on trying to prevent all types of bullying online and in schools across the country. In conclusion, we should all agree that bullying should be stopped now, no matter what type it is. Everyone should be loved for the differences instead of being bullied over them. I hope I could inspire you to stand up for the victims of bullying in your community, because it is an issue that needs to be stopped now before it gets any worse. Thank you.